The nucleus is a membrane-enclosed organelle found only in eukaryotic cells. The nucleus contains the cell's genetic information, DNA. The DNA is organized into chromosomes and arranged to fit in the nucleus. The main purpose of the nucleus is to control gene expression and the cell itself. The nucleus of a cell is like the gardener of a garden because the nucleus runs the cell and regulates the entire cell activities. In a similar way, the gardener runs and controls the garden. The nucleolus is the largest structure in the nucleus of cells. The nucleolus is composed of DNA, RNA, and proteins. The main purpose of the nucleolus is to assemble ribosomes of the cell. The gardener's brain and knowledge of plants and gardens is like the nucleolus of the cell. The smooth ER is a type of organelle in eukaryotic cells that forms an interconnected network of flattened, membrane-enclosed sacs or tube-like structures surrounding the nucleus. The main function of the smooth ER is to produce lipids and metabolize them. The surface of the rough ER is rough due to the presence of protein manufacturing ribosomes. The rough ER is responsible for the assembly of many proteins in the cell. The ER is a manufacturing and packing system. Both the smooth and rough ER are like hoses that connect the garden and transport water just as the ER transports cellular material. The Golgi apparatus is a complex of vesicles and folded membranes within the cytoplasm of eukaryotic cells. It is located around the ER and it's involved in secretion and intracellular transport. Golgi apparatus packages proteins into membrane-bound vesicles inside the cell before the vesicles are sent to their destination. The Golgi apparatus is like a wheelbarrow that packages and prepares things to be moved around the garden. The mitochondria is an organelle found in large numbers in most cells, in which the biochemical processes of respiration and energy production occur. It has a double membrane, the inner layer being folded inward to form layers. Mitochondria are commonly known as the powerhouse of the cell because they produce the energy for the cell, ATP. The mitochondria is like fertilizer that helps plants grow more and gives the energy for plants to grow. Chloroplasts are the plant cell version of mitochondria. In green plant cells, a chloroplast is an organelle that contains chlorophyll and conducts photosynthesis, where the chlorophyll captures the energy from sunlight and converts it and stores it in the energy storage molecules, ATP. In gardens, there are usually trees, and like chloroplasts, trees carry out photosynthesis and capture a lot of sunlight shining down on the garden. A vacuole is a space or vesicle within the cytoplasm of a cell enclosed by a membrane. They are filled with water containing inorganic and organic molecules, including enzymes in solution. Vacuoles contain and store water for the cell. In a garden, a pond is filled with water. Like the pond, the vacuole stores water. A lysosome is an organelle in the cytoplasm of eukaryotic cells containing degradative enzymes enclosed in a membrane. The lysosome's main purpose is digesting unwanted materials in the cytoplasm. Lysosomes are like garden workers that rake the garden of unwanted things and waste, such as dead leaves, and brush what would otherwise contaminate the garden. The cytoskeleton forms a framework for the movement of organelles around the cytoplasm. Most of the organelles are attached to the cytoskeleton. The network consists of protein microfilaments, intermediate filaments, and microtubules. The cytoskeleton provides an important structural framework for cell shape. The garden sidewalks are like the cytoskeleton of the cell. They provide support and structure to the garden. A centriole is a small cylindrical organelle near the nucleus in animal cells, occurring in pairs and involved in the development of spindle fibers in cell division. Centrioles play a vital role in cell division. Centrioles are like workers that come to the garden during special occasions, such as events that are happening in the garden. They organize everything and ensure the event happens as planned, just like centrioles organize the cell during cell division. The cell membrane is a biological membrane that separates the interior of all cells from the outside environment. The cell membrane is selectively permeable to ions and organic molecules. The main purpose of the cell membrane is to control the movement of substances in and out of cells. The cell membrane is like the garden fences because the cell membrane controls what goes in and out of the cell in a similar way garden fences control what and who go in and out of the garden.